trust yourselves, trust your intuition. And as you have these experiences, try to find the gratitude in what the experience is. Because now you're a beacon of light for somebody else who's going to have that experience and needs support. And it's like putting on a new pair of glasses, right? You don't really understand what somebody's been through until you've seen it through that lens, or we say walked in their shoes. So I encourage all of you who have and are growing through this to see how you've learned, how you've changed, what lessons have come up, and what you're still struggling with in this journey, whether it's been 1 year, 10, 20, or 90. And see how you can show up in your community that the ways that others have shown up for you. And to also ask for what you need. I love you all so very much. And for a moment, I'm going to turn this back over to Victoria for some guided meditation. We're going to do about a 5-minute quick guided meditation together. Maybe it'll go about 10. I'm going to come down. I do have some blindfolds for you guys just to keep the sun. You don't have to wear them. But I'm going to come down and just pass out a couple of blindfolds to you all. If you want to pull a blindfold on, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to encourage, if you do take them off afterwards, that you open your eyes underneath the blindfolds first and give your eyes a chance to adjust before just removing the blindfold, because it's going to be a lot. So as Victoria starts to move us in, I'm going to come down around for you here and pass out anybody who might like that. Well, I'll call it a 10-minute guided meditation. Does that sound good?
Sure.
We're in flow here. Thank you.
Let's do it. All right. Well, I invite everyone to get comfortable at this point. Lying on your back if you're comfortable with that. Staying up seated if you prefer. This is impromptu, so I'm on the fly here. Bear with me. I'll gather my meditation. As you come to a comfortable position, connect to your breath. Our breath is our guide here. Just noticing. Maybe after feeling some grief, I noticed myself breathing more into my chest. And I had to remind myself to take deeper belly breaths. So I invite you to fill your bellies on your inhale, honoring the breath that wants to stop in the throat and cry if you need to. Your tears are welcome here. Our tears can also be known as alchemical soup. Each one of those drops can alchemize the pent-up energy within us. So welcoming your tears as crying is true strength. Showing your vulnerability is strength. It's not the other way around. So I invite us all to be strong here, so strong that we feel our emotions. We're not afraid to cry on stage in front of a bunch of people or out in the grass next to people you know or don't know. Our tears are gold. They help us release and move through. And now we focus on the thoughts. Imagining our thoughts like leaves in a stream. They're just floating by. We're just watching all the beautiful shapes and sizes and colors. Without attachment to any one of them, without having to name it, without having to put a story to it. Just witnessing the flow from a different perspective. taking a step back from the story and realizing the true essence of what is present. The witness consciousness. I invite you now to feel whatever is coming up. Maybe it's a physical sensation. Maybe it's a thought. Maybe it's a belief. But we're going to work with one aspect right now. So bringing that into your awareness. One physical sensation, thought, or belief that is present in this moment. And just notice it. First, coming into the somatic experience. Where and how do you feel this in the body? Even if it's a thought, where does that thought bring you to when you think about it? Where do you feel it? Allow yourself to put a texture to it. Maybe a color. And just observing right now, without attachment, without story. And take a deep breath into it, wherever that spot is. Honor it as a messenger, here with a message in this moment. And now I want you to take that, whatever it is, whether it's an object now that you can see in your mind's eye, whether it's still a physical sensation or a thought or a belief, bring it outside of your body and turn it into an object. If it were an object, what would it look like? One object. And notice it. Walk around this object like you're a scientist studying it. Again, not getting lost in any stories about this object. You're simply observing. Noticing the texture, the color, the shape. Taking notes. Just witnessing. And take a deep breath here. And bringing that sensation back into the body. Moving back into the somatic experience within the body. Just observing. Has it changed? Where do you feel it? How do you feel it? We're just observing. We're just noticing. And then again, take a deep breath here. And it moves out of the body once more. The sensation is now outside of us as an object once again. Is it the same object? Is it different? No judgment, just noticing. This practice is helping us gain a witness perspective, so bear with me, observing this object with patience, with understanding, with compassion, without story. Deep breath here as you're witnessing this object outside of you. And now we're back to the somatic experience. The sensation is back in your body. Where and how do you feel the sensation in your body? Coming back to the sensation in the body allows us to have an anchor point. for these messengers, for these emotions, which allow us to move through them so they don't get stored. So the more we observe, the more we honor, the more we move through. And then we'll take a deep breath together once again. And now this is the harder part. I want you to imagine this object outside of you as you've been witnessing it at the same time that you are somatically experiencing it. So observing it and feeling it somatically at the same time. Witnessing and observing. Noticing without judgment. Honoring. Loving. Flowing. From this place, we can take a bird's eye view. We can disidentify from our trauma, from our emotions. We're not dissociating here. Dissociating is where we brush it under the rug and we pretend it's not there. This is the opposite. As we disidentify, we unwind, we untangle from the story. As we view it from above, from a bird's eye view, we can witness it without being swept away. We can honor it for the messenger that it is. Our grief, our pain, our anger, it's here for a reason. Don't dismiss it. Breathe into it. Welcome it. Sit down and have a cup of tea with it. What can you learn from these emotions? What can you learn from these experiences? And taking a moment to soar through the story of your life from a bird's eye perspective. Soaring through the story of your life from a different perspective. Witnessing and watching the sorrow and the pain and the grief. Honoring all the feelings that arise as you do so. Remembering to take those beautiful deep belly breaths and feel the sensation in the body as these emotions arise. Where and how do I feel this? And now anchoring into the legacy of love that we want to leave behind. So as we've witnessed our life, our story from a bird's eye view, now I want to imagine ourselves on our deathbed. I know it's morbid, but you know what? It's the only guarantee in this life. So as we are here on our deathbed, what do you want your loved one saying about you? What do you want to be honored for? What is the legacy of love that you would like to leave behind? Take a moment to really tune into the heart's deepest desire here. This is your guiding light. This is the legacy that you want to leave behind. This is the guidepost from which we should be making every choice in our life. Is this in alignment with my legacy of love, with my dharma, with my purpose? If the answer is no, then what are we doing? Let's act in a way that is in alignment with what would make our loved ones happy and proud to be honoring us at the end of our life cycle. And the more that we hold the capacity for the grief that we experience, the more we hold the capacity for this legacy of love. So feel the feelings. Experience the grief. Be the grief. Notice where and how we hold it in the body, and breathe into it and honor it and ask it questions. And then at the end of the day, follow that guidepost. Follow that legacy of love. We are all here at a pivotal time on this planet. There is a complete dying out of the old way of being. And as I mentioned before, with that comes a lot of grief, and that's okay. As ready as we are for something new, there's still so much to grieve. But we all chose to be here at this time of death and of rebirth. And we all have a purpose. We all have a mission. And you know what that is. It's what those loved ones just said around you on your dying day. Let's plant those seeds. Let's water those seeds and allow them to grow. The guidepost is the legacy of love always. Bringing a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly, holding yourself in this moment, holding yourself in all of your grief, in all of your pain, in all of your joy, in all of your love. And hold yourself as you would hold your loved one, maybe even your loved one that isn't here in the flesh anymore. Love yourself like you love them. You are the seed that is being planted in this new earth, in this new beautiful garden. How do you want to sprout? How do you want to grow? The most authentic way to do this is to truly honor our grief journey and honor our own inevitable mortality. The closer that we come to death, the closer we come to life. And the more fully we can live right now for our children, for our sisters, for our brothers, for our mothers, for our fathers. So plant those seeds in your heart right now, and we'll breathe into it. We'll take 3 deep breaths together. Big inhale like we did in the beginning, in through the crown and into the heart space. Exhale, releasing and letting go all the dense pent up energy and offering it to the earth. 2 more deep breaths just like that. In through the crown and into the heart. And out through the root, releasing and letting go and offering all that pent up energy to the earth as compost so that it can be renewed, reused, recycled. Last one together into the heart space. Exhale, let it all go through an open mouth. I thank you all so much for being present for this talk. This was completely impromptu. 10 minutes prior to this, I did not know I was going to be doing this. So thank you so much for being here and being a part of it. And if anyone wants to share any part of their grief journey or of the planting of the seeds of this new earth, it is a deep, deep passion of mine. And I would love to hear your story and help plant your seeds and water them and watch them grow. Thank you all so much. My name is Victoria.